So for the first, say, 10 to 14 rides, I like to ride my horse in what I would call a little rope Hackamore or Bozell, okay? You do not have to start a colt in a Hackamore. I've started hundreds of colts straight in a snaffle bit. But if I have a chance, I prefer to do it in a Hackamore for several reasons. The first one is this. Number one, if I can get a colt giving left and right and softening to a Hackamore, before I put the bit in his mouth, when I do put the bit in his mouth, he has an idea how to flex and bend and soften. It's not a new concept to him. Number two, the Hackamore is much more forgiving than a bit. So if you're a green rider or not very experienced and you lose your balance and jerk back on his mouth and it hurts his mouth, he might rear up in the air, he might flip over, okay? You don't want to hurt the horse's mouth with the bit. You don't want him to lose confidence with the bit in his mouth straight off the bat. So if you happen to lose your balance and jerk his mouth or pull too hard or fall off and grab his mouth, the Hackamore is much more forgiving. He's not going to overreact to that anywhere near as much. Typically, I like to leave it on somewhere between 10 and 14 rides. I'll switch him over to a snaffle. Do you have to? The answer is no. Why do I? Because roughly around 14 days, that's when I'm going to start, 14 rides, that's when I'm going to start working on vertical flexion. That's when I'm going to start working on collecting the horse. That's when I'm going to start working on shoulder in, shoulder out, two tracking. So for you to get a horse really soft and supple and collected through his body parts, it doesn't work very well in a Hackamore. Can you get it done? The answer is yes, but you're going to fight a lot more, you're going to struggle a lot more. Okay, so a carpenter has lots of tools for different stages of building a house. You don't build the house with the same damn tool from the first nail to the last nail. There's several tools you use. The little rope Hackamore that we sell is a tool that I think is very handy in the beginning. But if you keep riding with it too long, especially, again, listen, if you're just going to go trail ride, little left, little right, walk, trot, canter, shit, knock yourself out. Riding a Hackamore for 15 million years. I don't care. But if you're going to start getting into real horsemanship where you're getting them to bridle up and soften and collect and move their 5 body parts, a Hackamore is not going to get the job done. Not very successful. How about we say that? Don't make your life any harder than what it needs to be.
Like what you see? Then get the app. Join the club and watch it all. Anytime, anywhere, on any device. Experience the mobile method today.